Class 12th, Subject Physics, 16th chapter, Semiconductor Devices. From the chapter, let us see Zener diode and Zener breakdown. Zener diode and Zener breakdown. A Zener diode works on the principle of junction breakdown. When the reverse bias voltage of an ordinary junction diode is increased beyond a critical voltage, the reverse current increases sharply to a high value. This critical voltage is called as reverse breakdown. That is, beyond the reverse bias voltage of a particular value, the current suddenly increases in that diode, and that the sudden increase in current is called as the reverse breakdown, and that voltage is called as reverse breakdown voltage. That means in case of PN junction diode, when it is reverse bias, at that time, after a particular value of reverse bias voltage, the current in the diode increases suddenly. So that voltage at which the current increases suddenly is called as the reverse breakdown voltage. The ordinary diode is damaged at this stage. That means after reverse breakdown voltage, that ordinary diode will get damaged. But Zener diode is always operated in reverse bias mode without damaging it, because it is a specially designed PN junction diode which will be always operated in reverse bias mode. There are two types of breakdown, namely avalanche breakdown and Zener breakdown. Now in the chapter we will deal with only Zener breakdown. Now what is that Zener breakdown? Let us see Zener breakdown. When the reverse bias voltage across a PN junction diode is increased, the electric field across the PN junction increases. So as the reverse bias voltage across that diode is increased, the electric field across that PN junction increases. This results in a force of attraction on the negatively charged electrons at this junction. Then the covalent bonds holding these electrons together are broken due to the force, and these electrons are then removed from the bonds. So as there are covalent bonds, these covalent bonds which hold the electrons together are then broken due to this force of attraction, and the electrons are removed from the bonds. Now these free electrons are then available for electrical conduction, and it will result in a large amount of current. When the applied voltage is increased, the electric field across the junction increases. As the applied voltage is increased, the electric field across the junction increases, and more electrons are removed from the covalent bonds. So more and more electrons will be removed from the covalent bonds as the applied voltage is increased. Therefore, the net current which is developed, that will increase rapidly with increase in applied voltage. Then Zener breakdown will occur. At that time, the Zener breakdown will occur in the diodes which are heavily doped and whose depletion layer is narrow. So when any PN junction diode is heavily doped and its depletion layer is narrow, at that time Zener breakdown will take place. So as soon as there is sudden increase in the current, when large amount of current flows, after that voltage will remain constant across that PN junction diode. So this will be regarding Zener breakdown. Now let us see the Zener diode characteristics, that is IV characteristics. So first of all, the symbol of this Zener diode is as shown. It is similar to that of PN junction diode, only difference will be that this N region of the diode will be represented by Z-shaped line instead of a straight line. Again it will be having two electrodes, that is cathode K and anode A. So symbolically Zener diode will be shown like this. And now let us see the Zener diode characteristics, that is IV characteristics. So the IV characteristics of Zener diode are as shown. So current against voltage, that graph is plotted. When the Zener diode is operated in forward bias mode, that is VF, forward voltage is applied, at that time forward current will be set up in the diode, and these characteristics in case of forward bias mode of the Zener diode are similar to that of ordinary diode. That is, at this forward voltage VF, the large current will be set up in the diode, and therefore for ordinary diode and reverse bias or forward bias, here in this case forward bias Zener diode, the characteristics will be the same. So for ordinary diode as well as for Zener diode, the forward characteristics will be similar. But on the other hand, when the reverse bias voltage is applied to this Zener diode, at that time initially for small voltages very small current will be flowing through the Zener diode, and after a particular voltage, that is Vz, which is nothing but here Zener breakdown, at that time there will be sudden increase in the current, but this Vz will remain constant, that is this Zener breakdown voltage will remain constant for large value of this current, and therefore this will represent Zener current, that is minimum value of Zener current, that is Iz minimum, and here we will get Iz maximum. So these are the reverse bias characteristics of this Zener diode, and therefore from these characteristics we can say that Zener diode behaves like a normal diode when it is forward bias. So in the forward bias mode, Zener diode will behave as a normal diode. When it is reverse bias, it shows breakdown at the breakdown voltage Vz. Then the current suddenly increases if the applied voltage is increased beyond the Zener voltage, that is Vz. And for highly doped diode, there is higher breakdown voltage, and for heavily doped diode there is lower breakdown voltage. That means when any diode is lightly doped, it will be having higher breakdown voltage Vz, and for heavily doped diode this breakdown voltage will be less. Now if you consider this Zener diode, then Zener diode is having some of the applications, and the most important application of the Zener diode is it will be used as a voltage regulator, and therefore let us see Zener diode as a voltage regulator. So Zener diode will be used as a voltage regulator. The circuit diagram for this is as shown. So in this case, here there will be a Zener diode. Then the input unregulated input signal, that is Vi, will be connected here. Then RS is the series resistance which is connected, that is RES, across which the potential developed is Vs. Here there will be the milliammeter to measure the current. Then here there will be second milliammeter which measures the Zener current, that is IZ. This milliammeter will measure the total current flowing through the circuit. When this current reaches to this point, it will get divided into two parts. Some current will flow through the Zener diode and remaining part of the current will flow through the load resistance RL, which will be measured with the help of this milliammeter. Then output, that is regulated output, will be obtained across this load resistance RL. So in this way, this Zener diode will be here reverse bias, and therefore it will act as the voltage regulator. And therefore in this case of the voltage regulator, that is Zener diode as a voltage regulator, we can say that this unregulated supply with positive terminal will be connected to this negative region, that is N region of the Zener diode, and the negative terminal of this source will be connected to P region of the diode, and hence when it is reverse bias, it will act as the voltage regulator. And hence we can say that a Zener diode of breakdown voltage Vz is connected in reverse bias to an input voltage Vi. Then the resistor Rs is connected in series with the Zener diode, which limits the current flow through the diode. This series resistance Rs will be connected here in order to limit the total current, in order to control the total current flowing through the diode. Then the load resistance RL is connected in parallel with the Zener diode, so that voltage across RL is always the same at the Zener voltage. That means when there is increase in the total current, at that time maximum current will pass through this Zener diode, keeping constant value of the current flowing through this load resistance RL. When there is decrease in the current, then current through the Zener diode will be increased. Again, the value of current flowing through this load resistance RL will be kept constant, and therefore the voltage will get regulated at the output. Now some of the stages we will discuss here. First one, when the input voltage increases, that is Vi, when that input voltage increases, the voltage across the series resistance Rs also increases, and then this will cause an increase in the current through the Zener diode. So as input voltage increases, the voltage across the load resistance, that is instead of load resistance it will be series resistance, that is Rs, also increases. So as this input voltage increases, voltage across this Rs will increase, hence current will increase. At that time maximum current will flow through the Zener diode. Now the resistance RL will give rise to constant voltage. Hence, zero voltage remains constant, that is Zener voltage across this Zener diode will remain constant when there is increase in the input voltage. Second point, when the input voltage is constant and load resistance RL decreases, then the load current also increase, but as RS is constant, the extra current will come from the source, and this additional current is due to the decrease in the Zener current. So when RS is constant, at that time the extra current cannot come from the source, and the additional current is due to the decrease in the Zener current. Third one, when there is no load, that is when there is no this RL, that is load is not there in the circuit, then the load current will be zero and all current will pass through the Zener diode. So when there is no load resistance, at that time this total current will pass through this Zener diode. So this will result in maximum dissipation of power across this Zener diode. So as total current is flowing through the Zener diode, there will be dissipation of the power in that Zener diode. Similarly, a small value of series resistance results in larger diode current. When the series resistance RS is small, again large amount of current will flow through the Zener diode. When that load resistance RL is large. So if this RS is small, this RL is large, at that time maximum current will pass through this Zener diode and there will be dissipation of power across this Zener diode. Now let us see the working of Zener diode, working of Zener regulator mathematically. So for that purpose, let us consider some of the terms. Let IZ minimum represents the minimum Zener current. So IZ minimum is minimum Zener current. Then IZ max represents maximum Zener current, maximum Zener current. Vs represents voltage across the series resistance Rs. Vs is voltage across series resistance Rs, and Vz is the Zener voltage across that Zener diode. Vz are the, that will be the Zener voltage. Now Vs, that is voltage across the series resistance Rs, when the current is minimum, when that current is minimum. So this Vs, that is voltage across this series resistance, when that current is minimum, it will be given as Vs will be equal to Iz minimum into Rs, as V equal to IR. Therefore, Vs will be equal to Iz minimum into Rs. But Vi is equal to Vs plus Vz. This Vi will be equal to this Vs plus this Vz, as these two are connected in series, and therefore we can write Vi will be equal to this Vi equal to Vs plus Vz, and therefore Vi low, the low value of input signal Vi low will be equal to Iz minimum into Rs, Iz minimum into Rs, which is the value of this Vs, and plus Vz, plus Vz. Similarly, When current is maximum, that is Iz max, at that time Vs, that is voltage across series resistance, will be equal to Iz max into Rs, Iz max into Rs, and therefore the input voltage will be high, that is Vi high will be equal to Vs plus Vz again, but value of this Vs will be now Iz max into Rs, and plus Vz. Similarly, the maximum power rating of this Zener diode regulator will be given as Pz equal to, that is maximum power rating, Pz equal to, as power is the product of voltage and current, therefore Pz will be given as Iz max into Vz, that will be the maximum power rating of that regulator. If the current exceeds that Iz max, then the Zener diode gets damaged due to heating. So when that Iz max current is flowing through the diode, at that time diode will not get damaged or heated, but after that, when that current exceeds Iz max, then the Zener diode will get damaged due to the heating of that Zener diode. So this will be the working of this Zener regulator, and in this way Zener diode will be used as a voltage regulator.